Good morning everyone, I hope everybody is doing fine. So till question number 7 was given as a homework because 1 to 4 was done out here, and this 4 to 5 to 7 was just the reciprocal of what we did out in 1 to 4. Okay, even if you have doubt, we'll move on to question number 8, and out here the doubts will be solved. So out here the focus has been given as 0 comma 3 and your directrix is y equals to 3. So out here you can simply see it's out here focus 0 comma 3, so you know it's some sort of this type of parabola, and you know this sort of a parabola is given by x square is equals to minus 4ay. So out here you have to write here this is type of parabola, okay, which is downward side of parabola. This is your directrix and a is equals to 3. Therefore required equation is given by x square is equals to minus 4 into 3 into y, which further gives you x square is equals to minus 12y. Okay, I hope this numerical is clear. Question number 9 is same. Question number 10 is also the same. Question number 11 tells you that the vertex. Question number 9 and 10 will be done by you. Question number 11 tells you that equation of the parabola satisfying the following conditions. Vertex has been given to you 0 comma 0, passes through the point 2 comma 3, axis along x-axis. Okay, axis is along x-axis, means out here either it's this way or this way, and 2 comma 3 the parabola passes through. Obviously 2 comma 3 will be in the first quadrant, therefore this is which type of parabola. You have to write since 2 comma 3 is in quadrant 1, therefore this is the right hand side, right hand handed parabola, okay, which is given by y square is equals to 4ax. Okay, now since 2 comma 3 passes through this parabola, you have to write this. Okay, therefore it should satisfy the equation. Okay, therefore 3 square is equals to 4 into a into 2, therefore a is given by 9 by 8. This is the value for a, therefore required equation is given by y square is equals to 4 into 9 by 8 into x is given by 2y square is equals to 9x, which is the required equation of a parabola. I hope this numerical is clear to you. Now question number 12, you have to do it on your own. Okay, out here the vertex has been given to you as 0 comma 0 and again passes through 5 comma 2, and with respect to y-axis, the y-axis I'll give you a hint, this it will be out here or out here. Okay, then 5 comma 2 you see is 5 comma 2 always lies in the first quadrant, therefore this will be of which type of parabola? X square is equals to 4ay. Okay, then you substitute again the previous numerical, same concept will be continued. Okay, that is why I'm not doing it. I hope you understood this numerical, and after having understood this you have to move on. We will be doing the ellipse portion, the ellipse. Yeah, doing the ellipse. So out here in the ellipse, as in the first video I have told you already what is the shape of the ellipse. It's sort of oval. Okay, so this is called the horizontal ellipse. Horizontal ellipse. Okay, So basically it has two axes, one is major and one is minor. The longer length is called the major axis and the shorter one is called the minor axis. Okay, major axis coordinates are a comma 0, this is minus a comma 0, this is 0 comma b, this is minus 0 comma minus b. Okay, now it has two focus. Okay, this is f1 and this is f2, same concept out here. This is called out to be c comma 0, this is minus c comma 0. Now this is what is c? C is equals to ae. So now what is e? E is called the eccentricity. Eccentricity. Okay, for parabola eccentricity is equals to 1, for ellipse eccentricity is less than 1, and for hyperbola eccentricity is greater than 1. Okay, you have to keep this in mind. This is for ellipse, this is for hyperbola, this is for parabola. Okay, now this was your notations for horizontal ellipse. Now same notations will follow to your vertical ellipse, the second type of ellipse. Okay, this is called the vertical ellipse. Now before heading to this one, you have to keep in mind the definition. Definition says that it is the collection of all the points such that your pf1 plus pf2 always stays constant. Okay, this point will keep moving such that you have to trace that this point and this point's distance is always a constant. So, okay, this is a definition. Again, definition says that ellipse is a collection of all the points, okay, whose distance from the focus 1 and distance from the second focus, the summation of that distance is always a constant. Therefore, the ellipse, the figure obtained by collecting all those points can be termed as a ellipse. Okay, so similar out here, you'll have two focus. This is your major axis, this is your minor axis. This is your point 0 comma c. All the notations will stay same. Okay, 0 comma minus c. Okay, major axis will always be 0 comma a. Major axis will take a0. Okay, 0 comma a. Some books have a different notation, but don't need to worry. Concept should be clear. Some people write out here b and a, but every time choose it to be major axis as a. Now equation, the most important thing, horizontal ellipse equation is x square by a square plus y square by b square is equals to 1. Okay, and vertical ellipse is same, x square by a square plus y square by b square is equals to 1, but one condition differs out here. A is greater than b out here, and a is also greater than b out here. This will be b square, and this is both have same conditions. Okay, it's just that your condition will vary. Okay, some books write it same and they write a is less than b. Okay, but don't fall into that confusion. This concept will be taken throughout the classes that we do at ellipse. Okay, so next class we'll continue on with exercise of ellipse. So for the time being, copy all of these down. Major axis, eccentricity, and one more formula is there is b square is equal to a square into 1 minus e square. This formula will be helpful. Okay, so that's it for today's class. Make sure you copy all of these down and let me know if you face any difficulty. Okay, so thank you, bye bye, have a nice day.